I had this crazy idea that even though we hadn't seen the inside of the house, that we were going to make an offer. Hey everyone, I'm Chris and welcome back to the channel where we talk about investing, real estate, and saving money to help you guys achieve financial freedom. In today's video, I've convinced my husband to join me because this is our story of how we got our first house.
So 4 years ago, we wanted to get onto the property ladder, but even back then, the house prices were crazy.
Yeah, so first of all, LVR restrictions were at 80% for first home buyers. So that means if you want to buy a $500,000 house, you would need $100,000 in cash for you to be approved for a mortgage.
And second of all, people were willing to pay $100K over capital valuation.
At this point, I had already read Rich Dad Poor Dad for a couple of years now, and I really wanted to get into the property ladder. However, Ray had a lot of reservations. He wasn't convinced yet. My pitch to him was, do you really want to rent for the rest of your life? Rent money is dead money and you're paying someone else's mortgage. Coincidentally, there was a Rich Dad Poor Dad seminar here in Wellington. It was free. I signed him up because I was working that day, and when he got home, he said,
okay, let's buy a house. Every weekend we'll be going to open homes. Sometimes we'll be going to 4 a day. And you'll be doing this months on end and it kind of gets tiring.
I remember I would be on my phone every night just refreshing my real estate app for new listings, because at this point we had already seen all the houses that we wanted to see, and it was either really expensive for us or it wasn't the right fit for us location-wise.
Horrible car parking.
There was finally one house that we decided to make an offer. It was a small house, 2-bedroom. There wasn't a lot of land and the driveway was shared with another house at the back. The house was selling for tender, and that means that you have to make your best offer because you have very little opportunity to make a counter offer.
The agent came over to our house to help us sign the documents. We offered $500K. It was $100K over the RV because that's what people were willing to pay. The house eventually sold for $510 to $520, I think.
Yeah, we still didn't get the house and we were really gutted. At this point, we just wanted any house because we were really tired from looking for a house. And thinking about it now, it was really a blessing in disguise that we didn't get this house, and we'll talk more about this later. So about a month later, it was actually Easter Sunday, and we were planning to go to Levin to visit Ray's parents, and Levin is about an hour, 30 minutes drive from Wellington. And because Ray didn't want to drive during the holidays because the traffic is bad, we decided not to go to Levin. And I was thinking, what the heck, we'll just go to open homes because we weren't doing anything anyway. I found this house that was selling by price by negotiation, which is rare because most houses were selling by tender, and fair enough because it was a seller's market and the owners want the most money out of their house. And it's the same situation 4 years later on. It's still a seller's market. So I called the agent and we did a private viewing that Easter Sunday.
When we got to the open home, it turned out that it's been locked, and the real estate agent was trying to pick through it with a garden utensil.
I don't remember this happening.
It's a true story. So all we could do really was look through the windows, the land around it, and we found out later on from her that the house didn't sell previously. That's why it was now priced by negotiation.
As we were driving home, I had this crazy idea because it was selling by price by negotiation that we were going to make an offer that day, even though we hadn't seen the inside of the house yet. Ray asked me about the risks, and yes, there are risks, but that's what exit clauses are for. The agent came back to our house that day. We signed the documents. We offered $500,000. We had 3 exit clauses, one for the builder's report, finance, and the third was for the lawyer to check all the documentation.
Long story short, we got the house, and we're so happy that we ended up with this house compared to our first offer house because there's so much more land and there's so much more room in this house.
And because we got this house, it opened a lot of opportunities for us. Like last year, we used our equity to buy another investment property, and the plan now is to build another house at the back of this house. And it wouldn't have been possible how we got that first house because it only had 120 square meters of land total. It wasn't enough land. And I don't think it wouldn't have been possible had we not stayed on Easter Sunday and had we not made an offer straight away. I actually told someone someone at work that we got really lucky that we got this house, and he said that it's not luck, it's hard work, that we work hard for this. And it's true, we really did work hard for this. I saved $50,000 in 2 years, and I sacrificed a lot to save that amount of money in 2 years.
Now that you've heard our story about buying our first house, you can check out our house tour right here by clicking on this video.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave us a comment because we read every single one of them, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye!